94% of coaching businesses fail within the first 3 years, and it's a really sad fact because most coaches and heck, most entrepreneurs in general have talent. They're really good at their craft and they can make a lot of freaking money and they can change a lot of people's lives. The truth is they don't, and it sucks. And what I want to do in this video is I want to show you what I've done to now be in business for 11 years, which transparently, it's not been all sunshine and rainbows. I have definitely had my fair share of freaking failures and ups and downs, ebbs and flows, which is part of the process. It's normal to have that. But I'm going to show you how I've been able to consistently grow year after year. I've not had a year in the last 11 years to where I've made less than I did the year before. Even though there's been some scary times and there's been some like, holy crap, I think I might have to get a job moments in that 11 years, I've still grown year after year. And I want to show you how. Here's the truth, that most coaches and business owners in general fail because they're so focused on a small piece of the puzzle and they don't actually go through all of what I'm about to share with you. And they're so focused on just the small piece, the tactics, the strategies, but they're not actually going deeper and establishing what they need to establish to see that consistent growth. So without further ado, let me pop on over here. And if you're listening on audio, I'm going to be doing a little drawing, a little fancy drawing because I'm very visual. So if you are visual and you want to see this, you can pop on over to the YouTube channel and look at this. But I will nonetheless speak this out so you can hear it anyways. So here I have this triangle, right, with four squares in the triangle. And on the very top of this triangle, there's going to be what I call the how. So the how is going to be the strategies and tactics. So if we look at strategies, like what content strategy I should do, what tactical things should you do to get more people in your DMs? Maybe there's a DM script or a certain post type that you can use, right? So marketing strategies, sales strategies, like the how, right? That's what the top of the pyramid. And again, most people, that's where they live, is in the how. And that's fine as a piece of the puzzle. You need strategies and tactics to be able to apply to grow. But as you can see, it's a very, very small piece of the entire puzzle, right? And the second layer here is going to be hands. Your hands. And so what I mean by hands is going to be your skill sets. Now, most people just focus on the strategies and tactics, which is why most people fail. If you get the layer deeper to the hands, congratulations, because a lot of people don't even go this far. But the hands is you actually learning the skills. This would be like you learning skills like copywriting to get really good at using words to influence strangers on the internet to become motivated buyers and clients of yours. That is a skill. Or video and speaking, so you know how to use different tonalities and different cadences and different ways that you can show up on camera powerfully to be able to entice people and captivate them. It is a skill that you gotta learn. And they're just marketing in general, right? Just learning how to actually market to generate leads and sales for your business. Then there's the sales, like being able to do high ticket sales and convert somebody into a higher ticket package so you could actually generate cash flow to grow your business. This is one of the key skills to where, truth be told, I could be at the worst of the worst. I would never be in this situation at this point. But if I was, I would feel so confident that I know how I have skills of, say, writing copy and marketing, and I have skills of sales that I know I can go out and I can create a $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 sale in the next week or two because I've done it and because I have those skills. So skill sets are really, really important. The skill sets of coaching, the skill sets of leadership, the skill sets of delegation, the skill sets of staying focused, which is kind of a character trait / skill set, but you can cultivate it. Being able to say no to new shiny objects. The skill set of consistency, showing up and doing the boring work, even though that you're bored or feeling discouraged, being able to continue to show up. These are all skill sets that you got to cultivate. And the top 1%, they're focused on cultivating this. So if you want to be not freaking failing, this is some shit you got to do. And then there's what I call the head. So the head is going to be your psychology. You see, Tony Robbins says that psychology is 80% of success, and that strategies and skills are actually 20% of success. And it's true, because if your psychology, meaning your thinking and your beliefs and your identity, are rooted in not something that you're actually want. So for example, let me put it this way. Say your goal is to generate, say you want to become a 50K per month coach, right? You want your business to generate $50,000 per month, but your thinking is that of like an employee, or your beliefs are that business is hard. X, Y, Z, whatever the beliefs are. You get my point? You get my drift? And if like that's what your beliefs are, that's what your thinking is, it's going to be really hard for you to actually grow, because as again Napoleon Hill says in his book Think and Grow Rich, everything stems from here. Right? Our identity forms our beliefs form our thinking, our habitual thought patterns, and our thought patterns create an emotion in our body, and then that emotional state creates our actions, and those actions dictate our results. And so say you're like, in your head you're like, it's really hard to book calls, and that generates you stress or anxiety, and now you're trying to freaking post content or DM people with stress and anxiety. You're never gonna succeed. Like, at least not, it's gonna be like fighting an uphill battle to get results. And that's why it's really important to be able to shift this, because when you get into the head, you now you're able to shift your beliefs and your thinking, right? And how you do that is through storytelling and through hiring mentors that have already done what you want to do and asking them what their beliefs are, what their thinking is like. And then the last one is going to be your heart, right? The heart is going to be your emotional state. Not a lot of people put focus into this crap, man, but it's important. How is your physiology? And I was like, dude, I'll tell you a quick story. When I was a gym owner, we had hit a peak of success. We were at we're doing really well. We had over 300 members at the time, and I had a guy come out and he wanted to invest in my gym, and we decided we were going to franchise it, and it was going to be this big thing across the globe. And so we did, and we put like $80,000 into it. Long story short, it failed miserably. The franchise side of it did. And I ended up running out of a lot of money. Period. I was in debt, $45K in debt. And it took me a couple years to get out of that. And I remember I started an online business, a couple years in. And the online business, I sold the gym. Online business started doing good. I was doing like 10, 15K a month, cash collected, 90% profit margins. Life was good. I was making good money at that point. I remember like talking with a mentor of mine, and I was like, dude, I am so stressed still. Why? And he was like, this is what he said. He's like, because your nervous system is holding the stress. He went into this whole spiel and like really opened my eyes to this. And it wasn't until that I started doing things like breath work, which really helped a lot, and just really polarizing my thinking to change my emotional state, that like I was just living in constant stress. And so it made it really hard for me to get over that 15, even 20K per month mark, not because I lacked the strategies and the tactics, but because my freaking physiology was all jacked up. My nervous system was like so dysregulated. And when I started to put attention there, all of a sudden, boom, I started implementing the strategies and tactics better, started learning my skill sets. I was more present, more focused, more decisive, a better leader, showing up more powerfully. And that's what started to skyrocket my growth, right? And so that's why the heart is really, really key. And so, my friend, those are the four like major buckets, if you will, that will create this consistent, oops, that's my drawings, that will create this consistent growth here. Easier said than done, because you might be like, that sounds amazing. Or you might be like, that sounds stupid. Whatever, live your life, go do your thing. But like, this is the key. This is like the only way that I can, like, if people are like, Jason, what's that magic content organic growth system you talk about? And I'm like, it does work. It's freaking amazing. But it's all rooted in strategies and tactics and skills even. It's not until you start to work on the lower half of this pyramid that you actually can succeed. This is why one of the first things that I do when I work with a client, whether it's one-to-one or even in our organic growth accelerator, one of the first things that we do is we help them with this. We help them shift their thinking. We help them start thinking more like a 6 or even 7-figure coach / CEO. We help them shift their physiology if they need that. If we see they're coming in and they're all like the physiology, they're like, dude, I'm stressed out and I'm anxious, we ask them these things. It's not, because this is why so many people fail. Even when they hire mentors or coaches, they fail because, not because I'm sure the mentor gives you good strategies and tactics. It's probably not because of that. I mean, yeah, some people give some outdated ass shit like DM 100 people a day and just post these how-to content templates and post into Facebook groups. Yeah, there's some outdated ass shit people teach for sure. So you want to make sure that you're following a cutting edge strategy and shit like that for sure. But nonetheless, you still want to make sure that even if you have a cutting edge strategy and tactic, it won't work as well if you're not developing the skill sets of learning how to use your words in a way that turns strangers into clients, learning how to sell, learning how to coach people, learning how to delegate, working on your belief systems and shifting your own thinking and beliefs, and then working on your physiology and emotional state. Dude, when you can do this stuff, I'm telling you right freaking now, you will change your life, you will change your business, and you will grow. But if you don't do this stuff, you're going to struggle, and you're going to end up like the freaking 94% of people that fail. And I wish it wasn't true, but it is. It is the truth. And again, I have been in this for 11 years, and a lot of the entrepreneurial friends and people that I hung out with back when I first started my business, they no longer have businesses. They're working 9-to-5 jobs where they're strapped to a freaking desk and they don't do what they love, and they can't actually make the impact that they want. And they're dabbling on the side because of they don't take this stuff seriously. And so I'm telling you right now, this is the work. Do this work. Do the work. And if you want help, just hit me up. I'm happy to help you. I'm happy to have a conversation with you and at least point you in the right direction, because like this shit, as you can tell, I'm passionate about, because this is the stuff that I wish I learned earlier before I had to go through of all of the bankruptcy and the massive debt and all of that headache. So anyways, I hope you found this video immensely valuable. If you found this super helpful, what I want you to do is click subscribe on the channel, leave a comment, let me know what you thought. And if you like videos like this, where it's just me riffing, a lot of videos on content and marketing, and I'll still do that stuff. But if you like these kinds of videos, let me know down below what your thoughts are. And because I would love to create more videos like this to serve you. All right. As always, remember, your message matters now more than ever has before. Don't be afraid to speak it. Be seen, be heard, and be impactful.